Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25. Actually, the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
13, under 10, 10, shoot, 11,
On second down, Mostert. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at his 48-yard line.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Big Ben Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And right away, he'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with Conner. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
At the 20.
Now Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
at the Steelers' 20-yard line.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They start the drive with Connor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Steelers, nothing.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels.
Roethlisberger.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Steeler
throwing now. Roethlisberger on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds. Get in the right room. Get in the right room.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Steeler 1st down.
Black 20. Easy, easy. 50 seconds, Mike. Mike, 50 seconds. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
First and goal.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. But it'll be second and goal.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
On second and goal, Roethlisberger toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it's third and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson on the other end of the throw from Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
Chris Boswell.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They hand it off to Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
65. Check nickel.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Johnson. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
57. Mike, 57.
Roethlisberger. Open man here is Gentry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
It's a gain of 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And this one's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And now it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We got 3. That's 16. 57. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check 57.
Ben to throw again. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
55, Mike, 55.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait. And they're there to pick this one off.
On 1st down, counter plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 26-yard line.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
And this is 3rd down.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess
that his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. TJ Watt in on the tackle.
Right at the line of
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here we go. Here we go, D. All day, defense. All day. All day. Check. Two.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Well, fellas, here we go. Check.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the Steelers' 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Check 26. No.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It's just me and you. Check 55 to mine. Check 50.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Roethlisberger will hand the counter. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Ronald Blair in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return, it's James. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A quick throw caught out wide by Bourne. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. And they go jet sweep. Here's Sanu. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Steelers' 26-yard line.
Here we go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe the crew. We the win, that's how we do. I've been a king and I've been about my.
Here we go. Hey! Hey! Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Rabbit.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Now they hand off to Coleman. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Brings up second and goal.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. And he's got it. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 39-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off on a safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The tackle by Terrell Edmonds. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
30-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Garoppolo now. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Gold is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Screen pass to Connor. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
The pass. Fumbled on the play. Recovered by the offense.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get ready for the trek back to the city as we say so long from Santa Clara.
What a great city it is. We're going to have a blast tonight.